Wait, what about Yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo's not even dairy. We're not even going there. We're not even going. You
Strawberry
don't
Yoo-hoo?
get the fuck out of here.
That's the best
Are
shit.
you a Nesquik guy too?
Oh, no, that's what it was. Strawberry Nesquik?
The powdered
The powder, where
strawberry.
you just get a scooper and just, it's up to you. That's the problem with those things. They don't give you the, like, there needs to be a cutoff.
There's probably clear-cut directions, but I was a Hershey syrup in a can guy.
This directions is 3 scoops of Nesquik
Of
to
Nesquik.
1 cup water.
Dude, I remember there was a friend of mine when I was a kid. By the way, fuck you for getting 2 Charizards in a single day. Fucking
Are you serious?
Yeah, you got 2 Charizards when we were kids. Ran down the street.
That's like getting 2 golden tickets to Willy Wonka.
I know, dude. He literally, looking back now, had $2 million in his fucking hands. So there was.
Oh, if you kept him in condition.
Yeah. But no, I hit him with a lacrosse stick I used as a sword, like later on, so we were cool. And then but his mom would do the strawberry Nesquik, but she wouldn't like mix it. She just like put it in and give it.
Oh, that's the best one where you get
the fuck.
No,
out
but the
of
last
here,
sip is like this chunky. What are you talking about?
The chunk.
You don't like the chunk?
I'm not a chonker, dude.
You want it smooth?
I like a smooth. That's why I like the syrup. My dad, we had specific, like plastic Rubbermaid containers that you did the milk. You did the Hershey syrup for about 4-second pour. All right, you gotta get the lip.
Is that how bartenders do it?
Yeah, you gotta do the count.
It's like a 2-second.
Yeah,
that's a lot of counting in your
1,
head.
2.
I'd be bad at
Too
that.
much.
I'd get distracted.
MJ recently, shout out to MJ. Fucking MJ, I got to watch the bar. Not a bartender, also recovering alcoholic. Good job. Fucking taught me about like the proper amount of wine you're supposed to put in. Apparently, there's measurements on cups. I didn't know this. Yeah, that if you go up to the first line on like a plastic cup.
Oh, I know the
7
solo
ounces.
cup thing.
Yeah,
but you're talking about like.
No, that's what it was.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I've heard that. Shots like the bottom part.
Right, and then it goes up from there.
Dude, this is separate, but look at this blood blister I got.
Is that from the chowder? Or
That's from Line Cook Danger.
Yeah.
That's just fried vegetable oil splattering and hitting this finger. Nah, it'll hurt. It'll hurt.
Well, let's pop it, dude.
Nah, I don't want to pop.
You know what?
It'll pop on its own. Don't try to pop my fucking bubble, dude.
Dude, I'll get you some Nesquik afterwards.
You remember that movie Bubble Boy?
Oh, dude.
Classic 90s.
So crazy that. Yeah, dude.
Was that like the prelude to COVID?
$500? You won $500?
That's great. Those movies were so good back
Dude,
in the day.
so fucking good.
Oh, man.
Dude, like, that was Jake Gyllenhaal. That's the craziest part about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was Bubble Boy?
He was Bubble Boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That guy's got a good IMDb.
Yeah, dude. You going from a bubble? You think I guarantee there's some prick who looks like me who goes up here. I get dog Bubble Boy, love you, dude.
Shit.
But his mother,
Miss Gyllenhaal?
No. His mother in
in Bubble Boy.
Yeah,
Mrs. Bubble.
Yeah.
Mrs. Boy.
The whole purpose of that, like we don't have teen movies anymore where the entire purpose is to hopefully put your dick in something. Like that's the whole point of that movie is like I'm wearing a human condom and he finally gets to raw dog life by the end of it.
I mean, look, people are scared of life.
You're scared of life, but you can't. Sometimes you got raw dog this.
You got a raw dog,
which is why we should pop your pimple, dude.
Nah, dude. Why don't you get off my pimple? I'm upset I brought it up.
You brought it on the pod, dude.
Because now you're just gonna be staring at my bubble. I've been trying to hide this bubble for 2 days now.
Dog.
I've been hiding my.
Why are you hiding the bubble?
Bubble brings up combo.
Do you do the Band-Aid combo?
I'm not a Band-Aid guy.
No, but
I just like suck. You know when you get a like cut on your finger, you just suck it until.
And you're a line cook. You're just out here with an infectious wound.
Dude, line cook is an unbelievable job. Like I had no cooking experience. I've never cooked in my life outside of like when I smoke weed.
Yeah.
And you think you can cook because you're really hungry.
Yeah.
And I just showed up one day. He was like, "You want the line cook job?" I'm like, "Bro, are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, you'll be fine."
You became a chef. That's why culinary school.
It's not a chef.
No,
line cook's not a chef.
What do you do? Explain your job, dude.
You just like everything's mostly prepared already.
Right.
So it's really just a high paced, throwing shit in the oven, taking it out at the right time.
You got your mise en place.
You got your pots and pans.
Right.
You got your grill. You got your oven.
Right.
And your job is to just throw shit.
Yeah.
It's just a conga line of food.
Of
crab and artichoke.
Which you.
That's what it is.
That's it, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, I was actually, when I was a kid, I did culinary for 3 years of high school.
In high school?
in high school.
Like you took a culinary class.
Took a culinary
I
class
like how
in
you
high
said
school.
like I did culinary.
I did
You
culinary.
just went to second period culinary.
Correct.
And then you went to
yes.
gym.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's why high school truly is bullshit. I know we're jumping around with that, but like, it's all connected. Cause like, he'd get to school, I'd be hungover.
Yeah, you started early.
I started early, so I'd be wicked hungover. Got a little shake going on. Still drunk from the night before.
Shake.
Got a little shake going on.
Were you shaking in high school?
Oh yeah, dude.
Wait, does anyone get the shakes? I
Yeah.
thought shake was like an alcoholic thing.
I was an alcoholic.
Oh, so you're saying but
No, I wasn't just. I didn't have Parkinson's. Like, I was drinking mouthwash by the gallon.
now that is deep.
Yeah,
That's deep. But did your breath smell good?
I imagine so. I was a weird kid in high school. I was a weird kid, but that's what happens when you're like a blackout drinker in 10th grade. You know.
That's early to the blackout because you're still
Yeah.
such an asshole.
Oh, dude,
So
terrible.
it just meshes in. The worst, I think 8th grade is like the epicenter of the worst people in the world.
No, 8th grade is the 8th grade. 6th, I don't know. 6th grade.
No,
was pretty
6th you're
gnarly.
still a little innocent.
I
8th
think-
grade's like when your balls drop. You're more like trying to get girls.
True.
And
True.
you're just like, just an asshole. You have no perception of how people see you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I coach baseball, dude.
You coached baseball in 8th grade.
No. Like I coached 8th graders at one point,
Why'd you?
or 8th, 9th grade.
What-
Yeah, so 7th, 8th graders. Yeah.
Was it one of those?
Such dickheads.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but like the range. The top dickhead
Yeah.
is so prolific at being a dickhead.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
How bad would he make you feel on a daily basis?
Oh, no. It was ruthless. Like just getting made fun of by a fucking twerp.
How quickly when you showed up did the hope just die? And
The thing is, you turn them around. It's like any like '90s sports movie where they just adore you by the end.
Right.
Like at first, it's like Gordon Bombay showing up at the limo on the lake.
But you showed up in like a
Yes.
'97.
Yeah,
fucking
in like a
Honda Civic.
Hyundai. Yeah, and you're just carrying, and there's just no respect.
No.
They act as if like this is just supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It's like as if the coach is guaranteed to just take time out of his day to teach you about baseball.
Well, you should be so lucky as to get to spend time. What was the financial demographic of these kids? What teen baseball movie was it closest to?
There's a level of hardball to it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was wondering.
There's a level of Sandlot to it.
Okay.
There's Henry Rowan Gardner from Rookie of the Year.
So there were mixed. It was a mixed
It's
group of
big
kids.
mix,
Is what you
big
said. Okay.
mix.
Okay.
You know, it's from a city. You know, there's ranges
Yeah.
of sorts.
You're a DC guy.
Yeah, I'm a DC guy. There's ranges of skill level and passion and ability and
Right.
ability to be serious and
Right.
you know, like some kids just have no. I mean, honestly, I'm like that. I have a hard time being
Right.
serious at times.
I just picture you just getting ruthlessly made fun of by like black teenagers. Just fucking.
No, it's usually like the little white kid who, like, his defense mechanism is to talk shit
Okay.
because he's like,
It was just younger you.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
what it
it's
is.
just you.
yes, it's the kid who just is good at talking shit,
Right.
but doesn't understand that like I'm an elder,
Yeah.
even though I'm not like old, so they don't look at me as like
They
an
have no
older
respect.
guy.
How old were
Yes.
you when you were doing this?
You know, like some 26, 27. Yeah, no, it's outrageous, dude. It's outrageous.
I thought you were gonna see like
No,
17.
the problem is that I'm short, so it's like these kids are growing fast.
Oh
these
my
days.
god! How many of these youths look down on you physically?
Oh, I mean, 8th grade, I still got a decent amount.
Yeah.
But it's like it's close. Like I'm looking at their like my eyes.
You're
are
looking
at,
eye to eye
yes,
with it.
my eyes at the forehead. It's close. Not gonna lie, the worst part is the shortness is when you got to make a pitching change.
Yeah.
Or go to the mound because a mound is raised.
Right.
So they're standing at the top of the mound, and I'm standing at the lower part of the mound. So at that point, it's just like looking. They're just I'm like all right, fucking 12-year-old like throw your fastball. All right, I'm tired of you throwing. Kids love to throw curveballs.
Oh, it was all
Just-
about that.
and they have no aim,
How do
no
you
control.
get that good grip.
Yeah, you got to get your hands in the seams, or you
Yeah.
throw the slider across the seams.
My brother was a baseball guy. I was never a baseball guy. Like I was a stick-based sport guy.
Well, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm gay. It's like
Yeah, there's some correlation.
just hockey, just a low squat hockey player.
Oh, you liked hockey?
I was a hockey guy.
Oh, you did play hockey.
Yeah, but we were was a very like middle class town, but like I was like I didn't have a fiberglass.
But this
stick.
is Ohio, right?
Yeah. And
Ohio's a hockey town.
Yeah, we were more of
State.
lacrosse. We were we were lacrosse. Lacrosse was our big deal. Worcester lacrosse. That's pretty shit.
The predominant white areas are
the white,
good at lacrosse.
formerly Native American, now 99% white.
The best lacrosse player ever was not white, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown?
Rest in peace. I think he died recently.
How do you know lacrosse stats, dude?
Dude, Jim Brown. You know Jim Brown.
I have no idea.
Cleveland Browns, Jim Brown.
That's Jim Brown?
Running back, yeah. Best lacrosse player ever.
No,
dude. Just imagine him.
You've never heard of the Powell brothers?
No, because I actually know the history of lacrosse.
All right.
In his day, you were allowed to hold the lacrosse stick to your chest.
That doesn't make you.
You know how they do this thing?
Yeah.
No. In his day, you were allowed to just run with it tucked in. So just imagine an
this
NFL.
Is easier lacrosse.
Yeah, but if you're an NFL running back, dude, no one's stopping you.
That's crazy.
That's what it was like. Dude, in Native American times, he just shot you with a bow and arrow. Just imagine about to score a goal.
Tomahawk out of nowhere, dude.
It's a boomerang, cut your neck off.
Nah, dude, that's Aussie folk, dude. It is weird that like tribes, like the weapons they decided, like why Aboriginals were like, I have a stick, but it comes back. But like Native Americans, like I got a stick, but there's a rock on it.
How did they possibly figure the boomerang?
There's no way that was on purpose.
I've thrown boomerangs before. They don't boomerang.
They don't and they were killing birds and animals and shit with it.
Well, yeah, you got to eat.
Right. But everybody else was like, I have a stick that goes straight. They're like, what if we just had a wallaby?
No, those guys are genius.
It's so crazy, dude.
I respect that a lot. I think
so colonization.
Yeah, that's the old Chappelle skit where he shows like he goes back in time with the pistol.
This
is a pistol. Yeah, those. I mean, the thing is, they knew the land really well. If you watch all those old Western movies, the white dudes get fucked because the Native Americans they just know. They know like a footprint. They're like, that's where. Right. And they just come back and take their asses.
Just some dude who's from fucking England be like, this guy used to get on about you with it.
Dude, because imagine not knowing the land and it's just this huge landscape.
Yeah.
And they just know the ducks and cover. It's all about the hiding spots.
Right.
Any fights about hiding.
Yeah, but like everybody's like, man, everybody knew the land. I'm like, yeah, because that was it. Like I don't know the land because I've got to Facebook it.
They had drive-through arrow shops.
Yeah, dude.
They drove in with a horse.
Dude.
Hey, I take number 7.
I take number 7.
A meal.
Yeah, there was none of that. It was just like I love the evolution of people, and we can talk about the histories and the progression of like weapons as it comes as a whole.
You're a big weapons guy.
I'm a big weapons guy.
Big weapons.
As a dude who failed getting into the military.
That's what made you more passionate, though. You had to double down.
I feel like
And look,
I've got less credit though than Shane Gillis in West Point. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
You didn't even get in.
No, I got.
Did you get in or you didn't?
No, I got rejected at MEPS.
It's crazy to get rejected from a place where you just like potentially could blow up.
Right. They're like, you're too.
You don't qualify to get blown up.
You can't change oil for us.
Yeah, you can't. You can't possibly never see your family again. We're gonna let you stay with the fam.
Right. Yeah. No. 100%. They were like, look, you're an alcoholic, drug addict.
Well, I mean,
borderline personality disorder. Gay. No, that wasn't part of it. But like
back in the day.
Back in the day would have been. And I was like, you're wrong. And then I proceeded to then drink at them and prove them very right. But
yes.
But back to baseball.
Oh, baseball, yeah.
But no, I was a lacrosse guy, dude. Lacrosse was always people were shit on lacrosse, and I don't get it.
It's just because it's a mostly rich white guy thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
It's easy to shit on.
Yeah.
It is a brutal sport though.
It is.
Any sport where you have a stick.
Yeah.
That it's like now it's made with I don't know whatever that shit is.
No,
fiber fucking.
There's fiberglass sticks, and then there would be there'd be aluminum and other shit like that.
Those things whack you.
But dog, you got to be a Spartan.
Dude, and don't the defenders have the really long
ones?
Yeah,
I was a defense guy.
Oh, I can see you being big defense.
No cardio.
You're such a defense guy.
Such a defense guy.
No way you were in the hands team.
Not at all. I didn't. It wasn't until I moved down here, and all of a sudden my JV level lacrosse skills became varsity level. Right, as a defense guy, I just like ripping the stick out of the guy's hand, and they put me on face-off. So I was a face-off guy.
Oh, that's a brutal one too.
I loved it, but I was gaining a lot of weight at the time. So I was short and squat, and so I was quick on it and shoot out the outside. When you were playing sports as a kid, did you have like parent volunteers?
Oh, dude, the funniest. That really is the funniest shit about it, especially as like for me, I played sports mostly baseball my whole life, and then I became a coach 9-ish years after my last time playing. So you get a whole different perspective,
Right.
right? Because when you're a kid, you don't notice anything.
No.
Other than the game. Like you're crying because you struck out. Like everything is the most important thing.
Yeah.
To you. You're not looking at anything. But dude, we had this one dad. It's the funniest fucking. He's one of these dads that like you feel bad for the kid. Like he probably gets beat at home. No, I'm not kidding, dude. There was a dad who one time. This is when I was 12. The kid, my teammate was probably like 11, and his dad bought him a bat, right? And he couldn't find the bat, and the dad was fucking pissed, screaming at practice, and it's like, all the kids were like, "Oh my god!" It's like, well, why is he screaming? Screaming at him, dude. The kid's crying and stuff. The bat was in the trunk of the car.
No.
It was so brutal, man. And that guy just like, I don't even know. But this is what he would do. That was the funniest thing ever. When his kid was pitching, he would sit right behind home plate, right? And he would be screaming. And when the pitch was halfway home, he would go, yeah! And then it was a ball, he'd go, oh! So he'd be like, yo! Every single pitch. He'd literally say, strike 3, you're out, before the pitch got to the plate.
Yeah!
He'd be screaming.
Just fucking.
What a legendary guy.
Just 9 beers in before the game.
I think he was sober, which is the crazy part. Or
Just
maybe I had no idea.
Just an angry fucking dad. I don't. Those people always. I had a female version of that when I was a kid.
Really?
There was a mom. That was just nuts. Let's go. Let's go. It's fucking. She's smoking in the stands. You know what I mean? Just angry, coming down to the field.
Smokers are a different breed.
It's nice.
I had a dad who was smoking blunts.
Really?
Yeah, when I was coaching. He'd be like in the back, like smoking. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Like sitting up. Well, we had alcoholic parents, but they were good upstanding alcoholic parents.
They were respectful drunks.
They were. I think the demographic might have been a little different. He's a businessman. He's doing business stuff, which requires being drunk.
Right. Those are the only people that somewhat get away with it.
It's the dad who shows up going, I bought you a new stick, son. See you in 2 weeks. You know, fucking. But yeah, we had the aggressive mom. The aggressive mom was nuts. I played soccer for a couple of years when I was a little kid. Youth soccer, but I literally would pretend to be a knight. Like I would gallop. I was a galloper.
Yeah, so you are.
I'm picking up grass. I was living in a fantasy land the entire time.
You are.
Yeah. Just autistic as shit. Just not meaning to, but like just very clearly like LARPing. I was like on the English battlefield of da-da-da. You know, I'd seen Braveheart, so I was like, I am a knight, you know. But just every sport. Yeah. Like it was cool. I saw like spears. I knew about Roman battle tactics, so I was like, I'm now a spear guy. Shit, they scored.
The rec soccer was fun. There's no stakes. I played on a really fun team with like all my friends. I didn't give a shit about soccer. We would always do like the team awards after.
Yeah.
You know, the coach like gives out like I would always get the doesn't play his position award. Like I just ran for the ball.
It's just a goofball.
I was just trying to score goals, dude. I didn't give a fuck.
Can't cage this man. Just so many offsides.
No, and that's remember I say like in stand up, right? Like you either do well or you bomb, kill or bomb.
Right.
And I would say like if I did well, like in bulldoze.
Yeah.
Bulldoze originated from soccer.
Okay.
Because I would be in my head like pissed because I'm like crazy competitive.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, it's bulldoze or time.
Bulldoze or time.
That was me. That's how I motivated myself. Like it's fucking time for bulldoze. And
damn, dude.
Imagine 9-year-old me just like, dude, because
your bulldoze versus my cavalry, dude. We won my mom the year my mom coached.
Really?
Yeah, she coached one of the years the soccer came first. No big deal.
That's big time.
Yeah. We came in second the year before that.
It's amazing how this is like. You remember this for the rest of your life.
Oh, 100%.
Everyone like remembers.
Yeah.
Your 9-year-old championship season.
Oh yeah.
When we're 80, we'll be like, oh yeah, we beat the cool Blue Devils.
96. No big deal. But yeah, there weren't a lot of those. I was always like a practice guy. But
practice? Does that just mean you're on the bench?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was so bad at football. First off, my coach called me Alan Canning Jr. You're not a junior at all. My dad's name's Steve. Shout out Steve. But
my dad's name's Steve too.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Steve.
I mean, there's always a chance
Would you
A
say that
white
they're?
guy's dad's name is Steve.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair assessment. Would you say that they're even Stevens?
Great TV show.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
Who was the principal in that?
I don't know.
Principal like
I wasn't.
Wexler or
I
something?
wasn't a Disney guy.
You weren't an even Stevens guy.
Nah, dude, I wasn't down for the Disney. I was a Cartoon Network man.
You were early to the boycott Disney.
Dude, I was boycotting Disney. Dude. I
At 8
saw where
years
this was
old.
going. I go,
What about like Lion King?
Nah,
Is that Disney?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
movies are different from the TV shows.
That's true.
Like
That's
I
true.
enjoyed a Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, those Brink,
Brink is solid because I was a
The
blader.
rollerblade,
I was
yeah.
a blader. Yeah.
dude. When he throws the rocks,
Oh yeah, bro. And it's like
that's maniacal.
and he shows up to. They're all
See, that's
sitting
an
at the
8th
thing.
grader.
That's an eighth
That's
grader. That's an eighth grader.
That
Yeah.
guaranteed we're 8th graders.
No, 100%. Everybody in a Disney Channel original movie is an eighth grader.
It's a great.
Because the villain is always like a shitty dude,
Yes, just an asshole.
just an asshole, who commits like a minor offense that somehow ends in like a hospitalization of a child.
I mean, that is genuinely like borderline felony.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. He does that in Big Daddy though, where he throws a stick with the roller.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
That's just the more adult version of stick.
I get it, dude. I get why people didn't like rollerblading. I hate like I was
Oh,
always
I still love roller.
like I'm a lacrosse rollerblading. I played almost tough stuff, you know. I had a sick pair of K2s with grind plates on it. No big deal. Yeah.
K2.
Yeah, dude, K2s, black and white K2s, dude. And I had grind
I
plates
hate
on
that
it.
I know exactly what that.
You know exactly the pair, dude.
is.
It was like I always had like the base level stuff. My parents did their best, man. I love them to death. But like I had a paintball gun, but it was like the Walmart like Tippmann 98 custom.
Tippmann 98. What
Tippmann
is
98
that?
custom.
I don't
It
know.
was a good.
Tippmann.
It was a paintball gun.
Titman.
Yeah, Tippmann.
You're a Titman.
I'm a tip man. More of an ass guy.
Before we get off this topic, I
Yeah.
just want to, because this is, dude, my little league baseball
Ooh.
coach
Yeah.
was like one of those guys from a movies. Like he was a win at all costs guy. Like he didn't have
You were Cobra Kai.
dude. Yeah, he didn't have a kid in the league ever.
Yeah.
He didn't have kids. He was just this guy who just ruthlessly won the league like 20 straight years. We were the Yankees, and he just had the best players every single year. But he was like a well-renowned world cardiologist at NIH, right? This is true. And every single game, he let the 12-year-olds order Domino's. So we would have Domino's on the bench every single game.
While you were
Like
playing.
4 to 5 pizzas, always got the chicken wings, always got the cheesy bread, always got cinnamon sticks. And
While the
then,
game's going on. You're
Yes.
carbo loading while
everyone
the game's
is.
going
And
on.
I pissed my pants in the outfield when I was 9 one time because I was just chugging soda. And we were so good, dude. We were caffeinated up. He was roiding us up.
Dude, yeah, because no, Mountain Dew and pizza for how old were you? 9?
This is 9 through 12.
Yeah. Oh, for a 9-year-old, it might as well be trend, dude.
No, it's insane that this is a
Insane.
real story. And that's what I'm saying. He's like a top cardiologist in the world.
And he's like, I've got to figure it out.
He's like, I'm just gonna make
I'm gonna make
the
monsters.
worst foods ever.
Cheesy bread. I
Like,
think
what was his angle?
it's to win.
Yeah, no, we did.
You guys were Cobra Kai.
They kicked him out the league.
Why?
Like after, cause dude, he was like ruthless. Like it became.
Were you guys doing suicides
Here's what-
after the games? If you
Oh no,
lost?
we didn't stretch. Dude, I'm telling you,
It's just
he was
loading you
about
up.
business. There was no stretch. I didn't even know what stretching was.
What do you? Well, you're 9.
No, 9 through 12.
Yeah.
But it was.
You remember when you would start doing like bullshit stretches where they'd be like, "Have you touch your toes like 3 seconds?"
That was after. Yeah, when I started to coach, I knew the importance.
You
of
stretch the boys out.
it. You got stop. No. Stretching is like, dude, you gotta stretch.
You gotta stretch.
You know what's a great stretch?
What?
The one where you like land on your back and you pull your leg in,
Ooh.
stretch your ass.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're doing because you watch like professional baseball. Because like you didn't know what you were doing, but like we'd lay down, you know what I mean, try and stretch out. Like, I should have stretched the other day. Deadlifted for the first time in 3 months.
Yeah, you're weak. All right, sorry.
I'm not fucking weak, Jacob.
He can beat my ass.
No, but it's fucking.
that was 8th grade me.
But I can't catch you. Dude, 8th grade.
You can't catch me.
Can't catch me.
I'll run away.
Yeah, dude.
Can't catch a crackhead.
I'm a 4x4, dude.
Crackheads are so fast.
I'll overrain it. That's the common misconception.
That crackheads are fast?
That's a common misconception.
You've never met a crackhead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. You
Come on.
probably remember
Come-
way more than me.
Come on.
But I've seen a bunch in the wild,
Yeah.
and they're fast.
How many crackheads you truly see?
They're
running?
sprinters. They're not marathon guys.
Uh,
If they were running a 2-block maybe a 100-meter dash.
So I was talking to Forrest about this today. I was talking about working out on cocaine because we were talking about different drugs, working on different. Like, have you ever like smoked weed and lifted?
Yeah, there's a probably a 40-minute grace period where
Yeah.
you're like, you got to time it perfectly.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, you are
Yeah.
invincible.
Right.
It's kind of weird.
The mind muscle connection. You're in it. The music's flowing. You're doing good. You're fucking putting up numbers. You're connected. I remember when I was trying to get in the Marine Corps, I did a bit of cocaine before going to like some CrossFit, and it turns out cardio. Yeah, it does help, but you do feel like you're gonna die.
What, with the cardio stuff?
Yeah, because I fucking railed a line and then was like, all right,
Oh
guys.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
No, it's terrible. My coach, I got in trouble with lacrosse down here because I was taking diet pills back when they were just amphetamines. I was stealing my mother's diet
Isn't that
pills.
what they are?
Yeah, they used to be just
Because
like
it's just
amphetamines.
like it makes you not hungry.
Right.
They're
So
not diet pills. They're
no.
just not hungry pills.
Right. It's just legal amphetamines. And
Yes.
I was stealing them from my mother, and came to practice and like chugged a couple energy drinks and had eaten several pills, and like my coach found out about it and we had a heart to heart.
How do you find out? You're not sly.
I think I got that now.
You made it obvious.
Well, I was like, my heart. I was like, I don't feel good.
He's like, "What you eat today, kid?"
Well, and then I was like, well, I mean, I'm taking these pills, and then like he found out what they were, and he's like, if you don't stop, I will kick you off this team. And I was like, got it.
Damn, he's a nice guy for not kicking you off.
I've had great.
Hey, kid, if you don't stop taking fucking drugs,
if you don't stop,
I'm gonna give you another chance.
Yeah.
To do drugs.
No, they were cool, and it was. I've always had really positive like role models in my life. Like there was a baseball coach like that. Like I didn't have baseball coach, but like when I was doing culinary, my teacher, like he got it. Like I would come in, it was second period, I'd be shaking. My job was to make coffee, right? First thing first. I'd walk in, hungover. I did it first and second period. I'd go put a pot of black on.
Yeah, what kind of coffee?
Just whatever we had.
No, but like, are you like French pressing? Or
No, just standard pot.
Okay.
Standard pot.
Well, that's
but,
still good.
Yeah. But they were like, Al, you're on coffee, dude. They knew I would make it every day.
So this is in high school.
This is in high school.
So kids are drinking coffee.
Yeah. We had a coffee cart. They had all the autistic kids serving coffee. It was like a class of theirs. It was like serve coffee.
Dude, as if kids need fucking coffee.
Right. And so, but the pot was for the class. So he wanted coffee. It was really coffee for him. But I'd come in bloodshot eyes, smelling a piss or whatever else, and just like, I'd go make coffee, and then we had a walk-in cooler inside the culinary room, so I'd just go sit in the walk-in, wait for the coffee to be done, pour a cup, get my mise en place together, dude. Doing a short order. I came in second place, state.
In coffee make?
No, in culinary.
What is that like? How do you?
And you do like culinary competitions.
So you got to cook like a whole meal.
Yeah, so
it's
I
like
did
Top Chef. For
I
high
did.
school.
Yeah, I did three types of prawns. Right.
Wow.
Three different types of coconut curry.
Damn.
Yeah. I did three different kinds, and then we also placed in desserts.
What kind of desserts?
Like a candied pear. Really nice.
Oh, dude, I love candy bears.
Yeah.
Candy bears or apples are delicious.
Yeah. It was delicious, and so we did really well. It was one of those things where like my teacher like found me smoking a cigarette outside the hotel because we went
Your teacher's caught you doing the funniest shit.
Yeah, he caught me smoking a cig, and like he lit one up too, and we just were like, nobody ever gets
Really?
Yeah. No,
that's kind of cool.
They all knew that like I was a fuck up. You know what I mean? There's pictures of me just beat red face, chubby, just fat, just drunk,
smoking,
like,
ripping
cigs, and just like, chef, I got to do this.
That's pretty funny. There were teachers at my high school who would like see the kids smoking weed.
Yeah.
And they just were like, "Yeah, what's up?"
What's up?
It's just no big deal.
Yeah. Like when I got my DUI right before graduation, that like chef ended up like coming to me. There were a lot of teachers that were really supportive. Looking back, I didn't realize like every several periods I would always see one of these teachers, and they had formed like a coalition to watch for me.
Yeah, you're on the watch list.
Yeah, there was my English teacher, my sociology teacher, and chef. I would just always see them in the hallways, and they'd always just be like checking up on me. I was allowed to like show up and like sit in the class and just do what I wanted.
You were allowed to show up.
I was just allowed to like be where I wanted to be.
At a certain point, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm getting picked on by you playing baseball. No, I didn't get picked on. It was pretty alright. But
I did have a friend who, like, for a joke, came into our English class in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And just sat there and slept until like the teacher noticed.
Wow, what a joke.
Yeah, and then just like tapped him. It's like, sir, are you supposed to be here?
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, dude.
It was a classic joke.
You ever see those dudes in high school? It would just be,
Love you, Kenny.
love you. Later.
Take it easy.
It's Kenny Garcia. No
That's
big
Kenny
deal.
Garcia.
Kenny
He's,
Garcia, no
he's
big
gracious
deal.
enough to let us film this at his beautiful comedy club.
Sunshine City Comedy. Come check it out.
We are very gracious.
Yes. The bro.
We love the guy.
He saw Coach Snap.
Yo, you got a Kleenex.
Men are important for men. No, but yeah, no, there were always those teachers, and like that's cool that you got to be that coach. I feel like I'm a teacher now, but of adults that I don't even want to get into it. It's been a week.
Yeah, Al's job is taking a toll on him.
It's taking a toll.
He doesn't really want to get into it, but
I would, but I would like to still have it for right now. So I can't.
Yeah, you're confined by the
I
laws
am-
of.
I every day is the first 20 minutes of the baseball movie or like sports kids movie.
Yes, the struggle part.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
just. But your problem is that they keep recycling.
yeah. It's a
So you
2
don't
week
get
place.
you don't get the good
Right.
ending happily ever after.
Every day is how do I teach these kids, and that's it. They show up and then like they'll be like, there's hope, and then they
You have to hope that it works out.
right.
Like the homeless people don't have social media.
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're writing posts. The second they get a cell phone,
Saw a rat today.
yeah, it's not like, hey, all like as a former homeless dude, I hate the term unhoused.
Unhoused.
That's
that sounds like
that's the new politically
classic
correct.
politically correct. Yeah.
The,
It's like a Carlin bit.
The unhoused. No, I was homeless.
Well, that's what Carlin used to say. He said they're not homeless, they're houseless.
Right. And there's with that whole thing, like it's no longer shell shock, it's PTSD.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There were always
Battle
those
fatigue.
battle fatigue. I mean, I'm out there on the front line every day, dude. Just,
No, you are. You do great work.
I appreciate it.
Someone
Yeah.
has to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. Bro, you're the one out here taking casualties. You're losing fingers by the day.
I know. People just don't respect enough how difficult it is on the front lines
Of
of a restaurant.
a restaurant, dude.
It's truly the most thankless job because
Yeah.
like we're sweating our dicks off.
Yeah.
Balls are sticking to my thigh.
right.
Forehead's sticking.
Yeah.
And the waiters and waitresses are making bank. And they're like getting frustrated because like this guy like ordered a Coke, but then I brought it and it was too slow. Right? But they're making bank.
Yeah.
I'm just making hourly wage.
Right.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
No one thanks us.
No.
And no one thanks the dishwasher.
You guys are truly the dishwasher is the true hero.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Thank you to the chef." Who? Throw a thank you to the dishwasher. one
Dishwasher,
time.
dude. Give it to Davon.
Look
dude.
at
Come
your
on.
plate.
Yeah.
There's nothing on it.
Yeah.
Spotless.
It's spotless, bro. There's a little Jakey in the back reaching up.
That's
on-
where I got my That's where I got my britches at. I started in the dish pit,
Did you? You're
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy?
dude. The problem is you leave
Yeah.
and your fingers, like when you're in the water too long. it
Yeah,
gets a little,
you're pruned up.
oh, dude, you prune up.
Just pruned up.
Dude, you bite your finger and you just take like an entire just the skin off. Like
I used to be so proud of my hands. Because there's a few things when you're
you used to
working
be
like
proud of your hands.
just they were so gnarly. I had no feeling in them.
really.
Yeah, they were just gnarred up from doing construction. Now I got these little calluses. It's nothing, but like I had these mitts. And now I got these little.
You
little-
still do have mitts. Like you have fucking.
I-
You got like 1930s boxer hands.
I got crippled. Yeah, I got crippled guy hands now. I'm gonna have arthritis in 6 months. So, but it's I don't know. I do like the idea. It's like you got to give back to a certain thing. Like that's the beautiful thing. Like even comedy. Like you've got people like Kenny, and you've got people like even you with the baseball stuff, or like anything else that we do. Like it's so necessary. And when you meet those people, like I don't know, you have the uncanny ability to make people feel like you're their best friend. Like you're very
Thanks.
good at it. And I get real at times because like I've
Yeah,
fucked
but
up
you've got a
lot.
heart of gold.
Yeah. Well, I got that.
No,
rough
you do.
stick.
You know, but everyone has their frustrations.
Yeah.
But you always have a good heart about things.
I mean well with a lot of
and
it.
you do. You want to make things better. And
Yeah.
For me, homeless is like it true. Like we get desensitized to it.
Yeah.
But really, homeless people are like there's nothing sadder.
Well, there's so many steps that lead to it, right? Like it can be a combination of things, whether it's drugs, whether it's mental illness, whether it's like the place you were brought up in, like the failures of the system, whatever you want to call it. People get to this level, and then people are like, all right, just fix it. And it's like, dog, I mean, even when like I've gotten sobered up before, it was like, all right, we'll just give food stamps. It's like, dude, I can't even work a computer.
No, there's a breaking point where it's you really can't even get reaccustomed into the world.
So that's where it's like we're like, fortunately, like as a guy who went through that, like now hopefully I can step in and be that tool for people, because I know what it's like to like try and figure out how to do like government housing or assistance, or like try and get any of that set up, and you're working a bullshit website and you don't like, I had a flip phone and then a regular phone until I was like 21, and then I didn't really get a smartphone until I was like 22. I was so far behind on any of the basic technological shit that, because it didn't matter, because I was in construction, and like I always worked a job, I always pretty much had a place to stay, but every once in a while I'd slip into it. And so people have this idea, they'll have a goal set forth, right? Everybody wants to go to state right now, but nobody wants to run wind sprints, right? And that's where you got to start. Like you have to figure out how to put on the glove. You have to figure out how to swing the bat. You have to figure out how to hold the ball. You know what I mean? And everybody wants these curves. Everybody wants to move forward as fast as they can. And like, I want to be here now.
Yes.
And like, it took me 8 years to get back to just doing comedy. And 8 years ago, when I relapsed and like comedy fell apart, it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I'll just go back to doing stand-up.
Yes.
And it took 8 years of like development and rebuilding and failure and all of that to figure out like, and then like another year and a half of learning how to breathe and rebuilding my life to get to the point where like doing comedy, as crazy as it sounds, like going to an open mic was a realistic thing. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's because it just consumes your mind.
Yeah.
It's so hard to focus on or attempt to be good at stand-up if it's not the most important thing in your life.
Right.
There's no chance of success.
Yeah.
In this game, it's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, we're only as good as our experiences.
True.
You know? And like, I feel for both of us, you know, and especially you, like you coming out on the other side is what has helped you truly to become like a very fucking good stand-up comic.
Well, thank you.
You know what I mean? Like you've figured out how to relay the experiences you've had on a mic to people who don't know you.
I appreciate that.
But that takes time.
Yeah.
Like it's easier. Oh, I would have just done it when I was 20. Yeah, but it's like, what are you going to talk about?
Right.
Getting hammered at school?
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, some of it was some of that, but like, I mean, you're one of those people where it's like people talk about like, oh, I want to move to New York or one of the things. Like, dude, you packed up and moved from DC with like, it's a literal like, you had your stick and your little
bindle.
Yeah, you had your bindle, and you're like, fuck this, I'm going to Florida, and went.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. I mean, I knew it. And like for me, it was a lot of like, I need to get away from the comfort.
Yeah.
Because this is a struggle game, stand up.
Yeah.
Like you do it for nothing.
You're
basically, you're just doing,
yeah.
You got to work a job.
Right.
And then at night, go do the jokes.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, like figure out the jokes.
Right.
While you're working.
Yeah.
And all the other time you got.
And then it all culminates to getting to do 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
You had a day's worth of thoughts, and you go and you do 5 minutes, and you bomb like fucking.
And sometimes you don't even know if you bomb because when you're starting in the open mic game,
the beginning,
you go to terrible mics.
Crazy. Yeah.
So it's like you don't always get the ability to really know what's working or not.
Right.
You know how you're feeling.
Yeah. You know internally, but you're so delusional. You'll hear like, we have a buddy of ours who like laughs at everything, and like if he's laughing at it, and you're like, "I crushed it tonight." Dude. It's like 3 comic friends who are laughing at the pauses in between your jokes.
Yes.
And but it's so necessary. But that in that moment, that's the greatest feeling in the world. It's
crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy when you get past the 5. Well, because once you get to like, and we don't do it all the time, but like
No.
the 10 to 15 range, it's like when you're in the 9th minute,
Yeah.
and you're like fucking really doing well. That's
Oh.
when you have that internal moment of like, oh,
I'm doing it.
this is
I'm doing it.
because 5, it's hard.
Yeah.
You only get a couple minutes of like, oh, that's good, but then you got to get off.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit longer is like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Because then you can start really flowing.
Yeah, if you get in the flow, you ever burn out, you ever run a flow into the ground, and then you've got 4 minutes left.
You know what I thought was interesting is was watching a buddy of ours, Jay Legend. He's just a monster. Dude.
Monster.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking machine. But he had this guy napping in the front.
Really?
Because he was just hammered, right?
Yeah.
And he just destroyed.
Yeah.
Like he took that moment. A lot of guys might choke up in that moment, not really know how to go. Because you don't want to go too aggressive.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too nice. Somewhere in the middle.
Right.
You basically just want everyone to group around you to fucking hammer that guy.
Right.
And he just crushed. Oh my god, dude. And then after that, it's like, all right, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
Because you still got, and he just nailed the transition so perfectly.
But that's the difference between like 4 and 5 years, and like where.
Dude, Jay Legend, I just want to say,
He's like,
he's my boy. He's a fucking monster.
No, I know he's legitimate.
I guarantee anyone who's watching this will know who Jay Legend is.
Yeah.
At some point.
Getting to go ahead. He was he was like the first guy who was like allowed to like go. He like had me go like across the state and like watch him just like do an hour.
Dude, he buries headliners.
It's crazy.
He buries them.
He buries them.
Like it's embarrassing to watch afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this person just got destroyed. They have no ability.
Full bulldozer.
Like, no, it's just, it really is magnificent to watch. He took me to Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Right? And this was like one of the first times I, like, same.
Yeah, you were doing that weekend,
Yeah,
right?
to travel across the state, right? And I'm doing like a guest spot after the host. And then Jay and then the headliner.
Right.
I do my thing. Jay goes on like 3 straight nights and just bulldozes.
Yeah.
And one night, the headliner, I'm not going to say his name.
No, don't do that.
But I heard him in the back, like, getting a little pissed off.
Yeah.
And he said to the host, like, can you get this guy the light? He's going a little over time. And I was like, oh, my gosh, Jay just buried this guy.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good. Love you, Jay.
That was, dude, going after somebody. I've always wanted, I don't know, trying to find your position in comedy and, like, dealing with the external influences of the frustration of, like, the 9 to 5. And then you also, like, getting to the point where you're not brand new, and then the new crop comes in, and, like, a new guy shows up. And the question is, like, do you take the boy under the wing, or do you let baby boy fly?
Baby boy fly.
Let baby boy fly.
It's just different when you start to get into it because you realize how just no one gives you shit in this game.
Yeah.
Like shit in like no one really genuinely reaches a hand out until you get to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like no one, because you just have to, aside from being good at stand-up,
right?
Like it just takes so many tireless hours.
Yeah.
And anyone who's not willing, to put in that work, everyone knows.
Well, it's like what you told me when you and I first started. Because you right off the bat were like going 7 nights a week, right? Like very quickly.
No,
like
from the get-go.
Yeah, and then I was doing it like 3 nights a week, and I'll never forget you looking at me outside of here and just going like, "Hey man, when are you gonna start doing stand up?"
Yeah, because it's so fucking hard. Like, but you get 5 minutes,
right?
So you got to think about it. If you do 5 minutes every night, 7 nights at 35 minutes.
Right.
You go to a job 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You're working 8 hours.
Right.
So it takes you 35. It takes you 7 days just to get to 35 minutes. And this is the job.
Right.
35 minutes is not exactly enough time to. So if you're taking nights off and doing it 2-3 times a week, like
what are you doing?
You're getting lapped.
Yeah.
There are people who are just doing it, and you got to go through the jokes, and like I love how we're somewhat seasoned, but we're still such babies.
Just a baby
so
boy.
when we're talking
just a
about
little baby boy,
do realize we are still fucking morons
Yeah.
who are figuring it out on
No,
our
but
own.
that's the experience of it. It's like you get, like people will be like, oh, you've been doing it because you did it in the past. I'm like, there was 8 years in between that. Like I don't count it anymore.
Dude,
like,
a week off is
a week off is wild. I'm going on vacation. I'm like scared.
I know. I missed if I miss a night.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
I asked myself, I'm like, do you even do comedy?
Do you remember how
anymore?
to do this?
Yeah, bro. I had that tonight, man. I went over to St. Pete Brew, man. I was doing Bob's show, and like I hadn't gone up since Saturday because I worked Sunday, and then I didn't have anything on Sunday, or I worked Monday night, and I didn't do so. And for a second, I was like, oh no. But as soon as I got on stage, it was fun. I had a great set. It was a good set. It was very comfortable.
Because you the boy.
Yeah, it was
good.
good.
You the boy.
That was fun. It was a fun crowd. There's a lot of comedy going on in St. Pete. That's the one thing I hope that people start realizing is that there's a lot of shows in St. Pete right now.
There's
Yeah,
Tampa St. Pete is. I mean, at least for starting out, like I couldn't imagine a better place.
Oh yeah. Like I think about
I don't know other places.
No.
But the amount of stage time.
You can go 7 nights a week and often more than once in a night.
Most times, if you want to, you can.
Yeah.
At least 3 or 4 nights a week, you could definitely do too.
Saturday.
You're gonna throw some miles on that motherfucking dial, though.
You're gonna throw some miles on there, and you're gonna. But it's worth it. The quality of the mic, too. I get. We used to always look at people. It's like, what are you getting out of a mic, right? The reality is, like, Kenny made a good point. Shout out Kenny Garcia. The hashtag Kenny. No, the well, we talked about, like, it used to be like, oh, the quality of the mic or the quality of the place, but the reality is, like, no, I'm the only constant, right? And whether it's 2 people, or it's 25, or it's 100, like, I'm the only constant. So be professional and learn how to, like, work it. Now, then comes the balance of, like, is this a fuck around mic? Am I learning how to talk with the crowd? Am I learning how to learning how to sit in the silence? Am I working on setup punch? Like, am I trying a new bit? You know, like, what is it? Each mic, no matter how ridiculous it seems, like they do those midnight mics. You know what I mean? Like at the Kava bars around here in Pinellas County, they have all these Kava kratom places, all these like bars / opium dens full of
people who say they don't do drugs anymore while drinking an opiate
every day, continuously, all day until they wake up, pass out, and fall asleep, and do it again. Yeah, they don't do drugs, but if they don't, they don't
smoke drugs. They drink them.
They drink drugs. Yeah. I used to be addicted to it. People were like, I'd meet other people in recovery. They'd be like, yeah, I do it too. I'm not addicted, and I'd be like, why don't you stop?
Yeah, they're like, I haven't pooped in a week.
I haven't shit.
It's like, yeah, I think you're drinking fucking benzos.
Yeah, you have literally you drink. I had like a $60 a day habit, you know, and I was drinking the powder. But regardless, like the Kratom. I hope we get a Kratom sponsor. That would be cool. You know, Kratom.
I don't like.
You don't want to sell.
If we're fortunate enough, I think at some point we'll get some sponsors. I'm not doing those sponsors. I don't believe in. I don't believe in that shit,
dog. I'm wanting to. I don't even do Kratom. I'm hoping for. We can get a weed gummy.
Who's gonna sponsor us? Green.
Yeah, good point.
The white one?
The white.
They just have colors.
Red.
It's just gold. What would you like today? Green.
Green. I would like green.
Green. What is it? Green, red, or white?
Green.
This one has. It's the same thing with weed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the white one gives you a vibrant frequency. It's like, yeah, bitch.
A vibrant frequency. You know, a vibrant frequency,
dude. That's what they do with weed. They'll be like, this one gives you a soothing. It's like a menthol.
This is a nice menthy. I keep it to the cigs. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let me just say this. This is separate.
Yeah.
I was telling you this earlier. Dude, I had such a good man moment today.
Ooh.
Such a good man moment. Sitting in a coffee shop at like 10 a.m.
Yes.
Real tired, sitting to myself.
Right.
Just trying to like wake up. And this woman was trying to open up her body armor. You know, this little drink. Struggling. And I was sitting there looking at her like, the boy might get a chance here.
Looking at this queen.
You're like, the boy might get a chance. And then she looked at me and I was like, do you want some help? She's like, yeah, can you open this? The boy got, oh man, just one twist.
Single twist.
And you just hand it. And you know when you don't even fully open it, you just give him the crack.
Oh.
And you give it.
Let her feel like she's part of this. We did this together.
And then you just look like that's it.
You just
let her go off.
Yeah.
And you're like, I was a man today.
Yeah.
It's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a top 3 man feeling. Just opening it.
I may not have gone to war today, but I did do this.
I got good grip strength.
I got good grip strength.
Yeah, that's what women are looking for, right?
Yeah.
Put that in your Tinder profile. Good grip strength.
Good grip strength.
I'll grip a drink for you.
I got a pickle loving girl, dude. She makes her own pickles. So
Dills? Makes her own?
She makes her own pickles.
How do you make a pickle?
Bro, ingredients.
Oh, you.
Yeah, she like pickles her own stuff. She makes like pickle. You gotta come over to the house.
What exactly is the substance?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
She does pickled garlic, pickled ginger.
That stuff smells awful though.
She does all kinds.
That daikon shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know daikon?
Daikon?
Daikon.
Is it a type of camera?
Yeah, take it thick.
Dialysis is
daikon.
We're gonna get flagged on YouTube. Is that as like a slur?
Daikon.
Yeah, daikon.
Daikon. Daikon a bicycle.
Oh, dude.
Nah, I like bikes.
There used to be a motorcycle gang around here called Dykes on Bikes.
Really?
Yeah.
They were probably very
an organization.
I would not mess with them.
An organization, Dykes on Bikes.
An organization.
It was an
Did they have
organization.
chapter meetings?
I'm sure they had chapter meetings.
Welcome to Dykes on Bikes.
Dykes on Bikes.
We got forms here for you to sign up.
Yeah, guys.
Refer one Dyke on a bike and you get 3 Dyke on a bikes in return.
Dyke on bike. So the yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy so far. But
what, the stand-up game?
Just a stand-up game.
Stand-up game's nuts. I'm fortunate that I get to like host these mics here, and it's just a different ball game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've done it too.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're because when you're just doing a 5-minute set, right? Let's say you're 4th in the lineup.
Yeah.
Your job is to just do your thing, get out of there.
Do your second go.
The hosting really gives you a good. It builds you up.
Yeah.
Because you realize there's more to it.
Yeah.
It's like more of a connection with the people, trying to make them have a good show.
Right.
Because you forget that. The thing about stand-up is it's all like it's muscle memory for your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You notice patterns over time.
Oh yeah.
About how people laugh, why they laugh, but it takes so long to even notice it because you're so just doing your thing.
Yeah, you're so raptured with your own words, and that sounds shitty and pretentious, but no, when you're doing it, you're going like, "Is it funny?" And you just ignore people's reaction. You're like, "Good thing, did you like that?"
Yes.
And it's like, I said it. They should react, and it's like, well, all right, well,
yes, you think they're the problem.
Yeah. And then on top of that, they're the problem. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I wrote gold.
Yeah, and when you start hosting, you realize okay, every comic for 15 comics has been talking to the same lady.
Yes, now that's the same shit where I'm saying earlier, where it's like you don't even know sometimes you're doing good or bad because there's not enough people to really gauge.
Well, even if there's people, as a host, your job is to control the energy.
Yes.
Right? As a host, you're supposed to be able to resettle and reset the audience.
Yes.
Keep the show flowing, and not. There's nothing worse than when a host comes on and he does 5 minutes every time he gets up there. It's to be able to do a joke, reset, keep the energy going, make sure everything's set, and then boom, on to the next thing. If one person in my mind is getting a lot of energy, then if you can transfer that and talk about that. Also in my mind, you are. Maybe this isn't the right thing, but you're getting. I try and pay attention to 2 people before I go up, right? So if I notice there's something in the crowd, and if the host has pointed something out about an audience member, or you figured out where people are from, because then oftentimes, because it's so easy to stand outside and not pay attention to what's going on, and the last 3 people have asked, is there anybody in a relationship? Is there anybody here from out of town? Is there anybody here on their first date? And then you go up and you ask the same question.
Because you didn't even pay attention.
Correct. And you so your response falls on deaf ears, so then you revert back to your material, which doesn't hit quite as hard because you're in joke man mode and you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And it's important to focus on what is going on in the show. I don't have it like other people have had it where they'll sit through an entire mic. I can't do it. I gotta smoke cigarettes.
No, but when you host, that's
your job.
Thing. Now that I'm doing that more often, it's you start to watch.
Yeah.
And you do pick up on tendencies, of when you watch comics and you're like, oh, that's what it looks like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're only in your eyes, but now you're watching from seeing it from this angle where you can see everything. You're like, oh no shit, that doesn't work.
Right.
I've been doing that for 6 months,
dude. It's
You're like,
so
fuck. Now that
right.
I see it this way.
Yeah. Because when you don't get a chance to watch it as an audience member as much as we should, there's a lot of times, we'll watch each other's sets, we'll watch friends of our sets, and sometimes I'll go like, "Fuck, what are you doing? Like you missed the thing."
Yes.
And I know people do it with me. We all do it, but like, you'll see somebody set up. If it's crowd work, the audience member gives you a response, and then they say just fucking left field thing, and you're just like, "What? What was that?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you're working on the fly.
Dude, honestly, for me, I think one of the things that really helped me with stand-up is like that I did sales for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, when you're just hammering cold calls,
yeah,
it's just stand-up.
Right.
You're just trying to capture their attention in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Keep them on the phone.
You gotta sell.
To sell some dumb ass shit.
What's the worst thing you ever sold?
I did. I did sports tickets for a while, which I wouldn't say is like terrible,
yeah.
But I did like almost do like the financial services thing.
That's when you were almost a baseball player, right? You were working on the baseball stadium.
Oh, dude, when I sold summer college baseball tickets.
Was that where you coaching baseball?
No, that was like when I was an intern in like after sophomore year of college. That job.
Just working for free.
I thought it was like this big time job.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm finally gonna get my opportunity in sports.
Yeah.
And I just was like working the moon bounce.
Yeah.
Like bounce? Slinging hamburgers. Yeah, because it's just.
Your short order cook days started early.
No, dude, literally, like you're just operating all the shit there.
Yeah.
Like you're
just staff.
You're just staff.
Yeah.
You're just like a camp
You're
counselor.
unpaid staff.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
That's nuts.
I would just sit there at the moon bounce.
The intern thing I've never understood. That is the craziest.
Intern's just all time capitalism.
You
gotta respect the big dogs up top who've set it up this way. Dude. It's so impressive.
We'll have to talk about the up top another day. That's too much. That's too much to get into tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you got going on the rest of the week?
What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. We got a nice week ahead. There could be something big. I'm just gonna throw that out there, folks.
Oh, something?
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say it. There's a chance something big goes down soon.
Well,
in a couple days.
You got a date for it?
Not saying it. But big, real big. You know what I mean? Big. Talking about the 12-inch sub meatball marinara, hearty Italian bread, Subway sandwich, 3 cookies on the side. What do you want? Sugar? Oh, you know it's cash.
What?
White. What was that? Macadamia.
Macadamia.
Oh, dude. What is a macadamia?
I'm gonna be real with you. Oatmeal raisin and macadamia.
Oh, a little warmed up.
Nah, I'll take a cold mac.
Dude, when I was a kid, we used to go to Subway and like we would just sit there and I would just fart as loud as I could.
Of course you did.
It was just me.
You
and
were
like
a shitty 8th grader.
Me and just 3 friends. Yeah, I was in 8th grade. Me and 3 friends and just like try to make the Subway worker like crack up and just fart.
Just farting.
Farting's just funny, man. I'm tired of the fart police.
Nobody's fart police. It's only you. They self-censored us. The band up top made us self-censor our farts. Made us believe the true evils.
Imagine if every fart you had was bleeped out.
Just in real life.
Once
the chip gets plugged in,
right? It'll probably suck the fart back in.
Well, no, you'll fart, but it'll demonetize your constant live stream.
They check your social credit score.
Right.
He's a big farter.
It's down 0.5 because they can't stop you.
Big gas guy.
Right. Because you're gonna be down 0.5%, down 0.05% because your emissions. But yeah. Now the
I saw this.
So wait, you got big shit coming up?
There's a chance, Alan. There's a chance.
All right, well I'm going to Ohio, so that's gonna be fun. You know what?
Ohio's a good time.
Yeah, it'll
nice
be a good
to
time.
stare at gray skies.
No, I can't wait. I'm gonna force my girlfriend to like live in nostalgia she never experienced.
Oh, that's the classic.
Yeah.
You're driving with the girl. Oh, so that's where I went to high school.
Yeah.
That's where we used to stand.
Oh, I'm gonna take her.
Do that.
I'm gonna take.
I didn't. Everyone does that.
I didn't even go to Worcester High School, but I'm gonna take her to Worcester High School because she needs to see the Olympic pool and like the track and where like that played.
Where you did drugs?
No, there were no drugs going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was back when there was only back when there was youth and fun. But
Two Utes.
Two
What's
Utes.
that from?
Two Utes, I have no idea.
Come on, dude. Watch My Cousin Vinny one time.
I did once,
The Two Utes.
but I've seen the clips from it a million times.
Judge Chamberlain Hollis.
Yeah.
You don't know about Chamberlain?
I don't know. I've seen. Look, because of Instagram, I've seen the scene where she goes, "There was no."
Pause attraction.
Yeah. No pause attraction. I've seen
Yeah.
it a million times.
Because when one tie goes up, the other tie goes, doesn't stop spinning.
Yeah.
This was 1963 Pontiac Tempest.
There's no Pontiac.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It is what it is.
I was never like, I don't know. I didn't watch. Depends on what I was seeing. I was more
Oh,
of a Full Metal Jacket guy.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
There's a lot of war movies, a lot of history of World War II. World War II in color.
How about Dr. Strangelove?
I've never have seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's on the list.
Great one.
Yeah. So you got big things coming up this week.
Possible, Al.
Did you set this up so that I go to Ohio so I don't outshine? Is this
There's nothing you could do about this certain one.
outshine?
You sound like Dr. Evil there.
Outshine.
$1 million.
If I shaved my face, I would look like him. Look like
Dr. Evil?
Yeah. I become a 13-year-old again. I become a shitty 18-year-old.
Oh, I'm the same.
Again. Yeah.
I it's just like when you grow a beard, what's the point of
You got a
shaving?
good chin, though. You got a good chin.
I got a good chin.
Yeah.
I got a good chin.
My recessive genes.
Do you have a good chin?
No.
Look up. Can't tell.
I've got my neck fat goes from here to here.
But you got a great beard.
I do.
Great beard.
Yeah,
You could have been a Viking.
Yeah.
You could still be a Viking. You just gotta go try out
I
in Minnesota.
No, I had to stop pillaging a long time ago, though. We were pillaging, plundering, and getting gay with it. So I had to fucking comment on that. All right, Bubba, but anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug? Fucking
Plug.
plug.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I got a chance, let's talk about it.
Who's coming up? What are you doing?
Coming up, I got
July 29, 2019. Or
I'll be at
dog, but keep living.
Sunshine City Comedy Club.
Yep, check it out. We'll be here.
Fucking love this place.
Yep.
You're a good man out.
You're a good man.
Good night, good luck, and au revoir, and adios, sayonara,
Arrivederci.
hasta luego, bada bing, bada boom, one time for the king.
Sorry, I was trying to get towards the end. I just didn't.